Hello, and welcome back to Women Talk with Patrice. Thank you so much for tuning in with us tonight. Hi everyone, welcome back to Women Talk with Patrice. Thank you so much for tuning in with us today. I'm your host Patrice, and I have an amazing show planned for you guys. Today we are talking about extraordinary women and what they do inside the community. Please welcome my first guest. She has been in dentistry for over 20 years. She is the owner of Very Good Dentistry here in Syracuse, New York, and co-founder of Dental Leadership Academy. She has owned and operated and purchased 5 dental offices. This is just scratching the surface of my extraordinary guest. Please, everyone, welcome my first guest, Dr. Zina Berry, onto the show today. Hi, Dr. Berry. How are you doing today?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. You are a woman of many things. First of all, before we get started, Dr. Berry, actually, I'm a twin. Everyone knows that as well. But Dr. Berry is my sister's boss, okay? So if Dr. Berry messes up on my name a little bit, it's because she works with my sister every day, okay?
Thank you. I'm so glad we have this disclaimer, okay?
Yes. Dr. Berry, so how are you doing today? How's everything going for you?
Everything's going well.
Great.
Yeah.
Can you let us know? I know you're not from Syracuse, right?
I'm from Miami, Florida.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, what was your experience like in Miami?
It was great. I mean, I grew up in a very metropolitan area that was very busy with a lot of kids and a lot of activities, and not so conservative as Syracuse is.
Okay.
Like, I have many different cultures that I can see and eat and enjoy their food and some of the celebrations they would have.
Yes.
So I am so used to having so many different outlets.
Yeah.
And so with Syracuse, I had to learn to create my own outlet.
I love that.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So what made you choose Syracuse?
Actually, it was a career choice based on the fact that I had met a dentist here in Syracuse.
Okay.
And he actually recruited me up here to Syracuse. So.
Okay, so since you're from Florida, how is dentistry there? First of all, what made you get into dentistry? What made you do that?
I'm so glad you asked that question.
Yes.
So, as a kid, like maybe second or third grade, I was telling my mom that, I wanted to be a announcer, sports announcer or anchor on the TV.
Dr. Berry, you what?
Right. And my mom was like, well, you're going to have to read. And I was like, oh. I was like, I like reading, but not that much. And I was like more into science and math. And I thought, Mom, okay, I have to rethink that.
Yeah.
So later on, I decided maybe about 5th grade, I wanted to be a dentist.
Okay.
And I think it was because when I went to the dental office as a young child, I would have to catch the bus, and this is during times where you did things independently.
Yes.
Okay. So my mom never drove me to the dental office or anything like that. She would make the appointments, and I would have to go. And
what grade was this?
This is like 6th grade.
You went to the dentist
literally
by yourself?
I did. Yeah. Well, I catch the bus. I would go down. It wasn't too far.
Yeah.
And the MTA, Mark, Tony, and Anthony, or the Master Transport Association. I'm sorry. Let me just be corrected.
No, it's okay.
So I would catch the bus, go. I would get out of school. Like, my appointment was like 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
My mom would write me a note, go to the dental office, get my dental work done, and then I would go back to school.
Okay.
I normally played some kind of sport, so I always had to go back.
Okay.
So when I met the dentist, I was like, I think I want to be a dentist. And he said, well, I think hairdresser would suit you a little bit.
What?
And I was like, no.
No, he didn't.
I'm like 12, and I'm looking at him like, no, I think I want to be a dentist.
Yes.
And he said, oh, okay. And he sort of, didn't encourage me or, kind of felt like this is what women do, basically, right?
Wow.
And I thought, I'm going to be a dentist.
Yeah, just because this man said,
he told me, he said I couldn't do it. I was like, oh, no, I can do it.
Yes.
And I did it.
I think that's so funny because why would he say hairdresser?
I have no idea. But he did. And I vividly remember, it's like some of the experiences in life that etch in your brain.
Yes.
That was an experience for me that etched in my brain.
And it
I
stayed
kid
there.
you not.
Yeah, it's crazy. At
It
12.
was my motivation if I ever thought that I was going to slide off my goal. I
Yeah.
was like, yo, no, you get back to it.
I love that you wanted to be a dentist at 12. Most people go towards something totally different and you stuck with it. Okay?
No. I like art. I like the science. And as I progressed in my studies to become a dentist, I found that that's what dentistry is.
Yeah.
It really is a lot of art. It's really a lot of things that's creative.
Okay.
You know, and I really have the opportunity to recreate your smile and your soul.
Aww.
Because it's the window to your soul.
Ooh.
It's your smile. Everybody likes a great
I love
smile.
that. Can we talk about how, like, my sister, ever since she's been working with you, she always looks at my teeth?
Yeah.
Do you do that a lot with other people?
I see your teeth before I even notice you smile.
Well, that's lovely.
You have lovely teeth.
Oh,
Well, your teeth is just like your sister.
Are they? Okay, we're going to let her know that.
Yeah,
Okay? Well,
so when she talks to you about that, you tell her she has the same thing.
I'm going to let my sister know that, you
Yeah.
guys. So, Dr. Berry, you transitioned from Florida to Syracuse.
Yes.
Okay. How has that transition been for you?
Well, I went to school in Nashville.
Okay.
Nashville,
Wow.
Tennessee. I'm actually a graduate of Meharry Medical College.
Wow.
Which actually produces, majority of your African-American physicians, dentists, and PhD candidates.
Wow. Okay.
So I just want to throw that in there.
I love that. They should
Thank
know
you.
that.
Thank you. Howard is the other one.
Just in case people think they cannot be a dentist.
That's exactly. Okay, so there's Meharry, there's Howard, there's
Yes.
Morehouse, so there's plenty of schools now.
Okay.
So, when I first went to college, I went to Fisk University, which is across the street from Meharry, for the purpose of going to dental school.
Okay.
And then when I was working, I was working in a community health center setting in Chattanooga, and that's when I was recruited up to Syracuse from Dr. Ruben Coart at the Syracuse Community Health Center. And I actually ran the Syracuse Community Health Center as dental director for more than a year.
Wow, okay.
And then I branched out into private practice because I decided that I wanted to be in control of my own destiny.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
12-year-old to when you started. What a big dream. I love that. So what was the transition like when you decided? Was Dr. Berry, did you do Berry Good first or did you do other ones
Well,
first?
actually, I worked in the community health settings first.
Yeah.
And then I went into private practice.
Yeah, so did you do Berry Good first?
I
Or
did the health center first.
No, did you have other practices? Did you have other
Not
offices?
at that time.
Okay,
Not
okay.
at that time. Yeah, not at that time.
So how did Berry Good come about?
So when I decided to branch out, I looked for offices and I actually found one.
Okay.
And then I actually purchased it and it was right there near Genesee Street, University area.
Yep.
And I've since moved since then because they actually tore down the building.
Okay.
However, the transition was great because as I purchased the practice, it was a lot of new things that I needed to learn. I had to figure out how to be a businesswoman pretty quick.
Yes.
Okay. And I remember for the first year, I put out a paper for about 2 weeks at a time, and I asked people to give me ideas of what to name the practice.
Wow.
And one of my patients, she's now deceased, bless her soul, she lived to be 101.
Wow.
Her name was Elaine Arnold, and she actually named Berry Good Dental. And I named it because she told me to. And I
That's
did
beautiful.
it. And she came to me, I think when I met her, she was in her 70s.
Okay.
And she came to me all of that time until she passed. And I saw her 6 months within, her going home to homecoming, if you will. It was just lovely. Her daughter-in-law loves me to this day. And I love her too.
That.
So,
I did not know. That is a beautiful story.
It is, and I give her credit. And she used to come in the office and tell people, I'm the one that named Berry Good Dental. And I said, yes, you did.
I love that.
I do.
So how has living in Syracuse benefited you? With your Berry
being
Good?
that Syracuse is very conservative, I was able to raise my 2 children here.
Okay.
And I felt, as a single mom, I was a divorced person, and I came up with my 2 young children here in the 4th and the 2nd grade at the time.
Yeah.
a boy and a girl, and it went very well because this is so conservative in the sense that I feel like kids are still protected.
Yes.
They could still play in the park. They could still walk down the street. They could still play in their
They
neighborhood.
can still go to the dentist by themselves if they wanted to.
No, they can't do that. I wouldn't encourage that. But I just feel like, there's a little bit more of a safety net.
Okay.
Being from Miami, I didn't feel that way. I mean, you would really have to live in a very gated community in order to find that same kind of safety net in your neighborhood.
Okay.
And I found it here in Syracuse pretty conveniently.
Oh, I love that.
So,
what else have you branched off out to?
Many things.
Okay.
So my entrepreneurship started way back when I was starting Very Good Dental.
Okay.
And actually, after I honed my skills in being a business person, I decided, I want to do a little bit more with my artistic side of myself.
Okay.
And I went over to a friend of mine's house. She's actually my Sarah.
Okay.
I'm an Alpha Kappa Alpha. I'm a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha.
Okay.
And so is she. So she actually had this painting that she had done with some friends. I was like, oh, where'd you do that? She says, oh, I did that painting with a twist. She's in Rochester.
Yes.
And I said, oh, really? And I just immediately went on the phone and I looked it up and it's a franchise.
Ooh.
The next day, I was all over it.
No, you were.
I called, I texted, I even, I cased a couple people that had just purchased a franchise to figure out how was it working, what does it do, how is it going. And no one here in Syracuse had the franchise.
Yes.
The only other franchise was in Rochester.
Okay.
So I was like, why not me? So I called.
Why not?
I called and actually they invited me down. The headquarters was down in New Orleans. I went down there really fast, basically. They interviewed me and they can give you an opportunity to go and purchase. So they gave me that opportunity and honey, it took me no time. I went and purchased it.
It's the fact that you saw an opportunity and you woke up the next day and looked it up.
Yeah, that's sort of a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'm impulsive to a certain extent, but then I have to back it up with hard work.
Yes.
So sometimes I'll get myself out there and I'll be like, oh my God, I don't know everything that I need to know, so I need to go back and do some homework.
Yes.
And I have to pull it together, so it's almost like the turtle and the hare. Yeah. Sometimes I'm in between the turtle and the hare. You know what I mean? So sometimes the turtle has some good methodical processes, and that hare is just zooming. So guess what? Sometimes I have to harness that energy from that turtle. Yeah. So long story short, I purchased it. I put it in place. I opened it in Liverpool.
I love that.
And I had it up until COVID. Okay. And then I decided I was near my ending of my contract, franchise 7-year contract.
Wow.
And so I decided to, after the, the employment problem, getting people to come back to work. And then the social distancing, it didn't work in that. It didn't work the way that, yes. So I decided, okay, let me let this go and close it down. And the artists actually are now working in different areas. Okay, so it worked out.
And you don't even regret that. That was just something that you tried. So, and that, for 7 years, that's pretty good.
No, it worked well. Yes. No, it worked very well.
Now, do you recommend wine when it comes to teeth? Because those are two totally different things.
No, okay. I recommend white wine if we're going to do it. Red wine, coffee, all of those things, teas, they all stain your teeth. Oh. Yeah. So I will say this.
I drink coffee and wine.
People who don't do coffee, teas, or drink wine, their teeth are whiter. That's all I have to say.
That is something I'm not giving up.
And you know what? And that's okay. That's why you come see us at the dental office, because that's what we do. We clean it, we whiten it, we do whatever you like to beautify that smile as much as you want.
I love that. Okay? So, Dr. Berry, not only do you have your Very Good Dentist office, you also have it is the Dental Leadership Academy. Yes. Can you let us know about that?
Yeah. So, over the years of opening and being hopefully successful in the business itself, in the business of dentistry, I think I had 4 practices, and I was able to transition them into profit centers. Wow. So I was able to either sell them or transition them. Okay. And with that came a lot of hard work, skill sets, abilities, traction abilities, all of those things. And I was like, you know what? I had a coach. She's my aunt. Okay. And she has a PhD in education from Vanderbilt. Her name is Dr. Howes. And she and I decided, okay, guess what? Let's do something to actually teach leadership skills and performance training, so that not only are we bettering ourselves in business, but I also want to better everyone else that has the opportunity to align their team and the leadership skills that they would need to have in order to champion them into a profit.
Wow.
That's what I like to do. And it's funny because it actually lines up with dentistry.
Yes,
You know, for me.
okay.
Because I have to lead my team. I have to scale my company. I have to train the individuals in the company and align them so that we're all on the same page.
Okay, when did you start this?
Last year.
Wow, how's it been going?
It's hard work.
Is it?
I talked about having that, turtle in the hair.
Yes.
So I've been that turtle, and
Yeah.
sometimes I had to jump forward to be the hair. So DLA is coming along,
Okay.
but it's more work involved because I don't know why I initially thought that because, I've been successful in everything else
Yeah.
I've tried, this was not going to be, difficult.
Hard, yeah.
Ooh, baby.
It's like
It's a little bit more difficult.
It's like, yeah, because like now this is an educational side to this,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So how do people get more information on this?
So Dental Leadership Academy is actually, we have a website.
Okay.
We actually have two arms, essential arms to this organization. So we teach leadership skills and performance excellence through training. So we
Okay.
have a seminar once or twice a year. And the next seminar we'll have will be in St. Augustine, Florida. And then we also have executive coaching.
Okay.
Where we actually go into any business, particularly dentists, because we know that better.
Yes.
We know that most. As we like to think we're experts in it.
Yeah.
So we coach dentists.
Okay.
And we actually help the dentists not only turn around their practices, but also have a happier way of doing business.
Okay.
Because we teach them how to align the skill sets for the team, but to be able to do it efficiently so that we can all go home and have a life.
Yes.
I
I
we
love
gotta
the
go home
fact,
and have a
yes,
life.
I love the fact that like you're like it's all the things that you did in life and you are
Yes.
accomplishing all of these things. Okay.
I'm trying.
You're trying.
I'm trying.
You're like, it's only the first year.
Right,
Okay?
it's only the first year.
I think you're going to do amazing.
Well, thank you.
Where you said in Florida, so anyone can actually come
Yes,
onto this.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
But Florida and where else are you going to go?
So our next destination will probably be in one of the Caribbean places.
What?
So Jamaica, Bahamas, or Aruba, somewhere like that. Because we want to make it such that it's a vacation destination that you learn.
Okay.
Because it's good for you to come in and have a course, but it also is good for you to relax and be able to enjoy.
Okay.
So I try to make sure I combine learning with relaxation, but making sure that you retain the information and be
Okay.
able to take it back to your office.
Yes.
But you're not able to do it when you just go to a seminar, then you go back to the office.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
don't even have time to think about it, absorb it, or have your team, understand the information.
Yeah.
But what I will say is that bringing your team to this kind of course will change your life.
Really?
Because we train you and the team at the same time.
Okay. Do you do any training for your team at Berry Good now?
Absolutely.
I
All the
love
time.
that.
All the
Okay.
time.
I know Dr. Berry, she actually takes her team on a trip
Yes.
once a year.
Yes.
I'm about to be on Dr. Berry's team. You need a receptionist.
That's why your sister likes being on my team.
I'm like, you need a receptionist? Because I'll do it. Okay, but you also said not just dentistry, not just dental. Who else can do the leadership program?
So any company that wants to have some kind of alignment, team alignment, or performance training,
Okay.
because the biggest room for improvement is the open room that we're in.
Okay.
So we think we have improvement now,
Yeah.
but we can move that needle forward.
Okay.
And you can move it forward and move it forward. We never stop learning. We never stop improving.
I love how, like, you are such a good teacher because I'm just sitting here like, yeah. Like, she's really good at public speaking.
I don't know about that, but I've been doing this so long, and I have to practice my speeches. I have to practice my seminars, and so I'm in front of a fake camera, or I'm in front of a TV, and I'm recording myself. Then I go back and I look at it like, okay, now you got to turn this way, you got to turn that way, but you got to make sure you know what you're talking
Yes,
about.
that is 100%
The content of your information is so much more important than what you look like.
Yes.
So.
I love that.
But I like what I look like.
I love that too. So, Dr. Berry, what is your biggest accomplishment yet?
My 2 children. There's nothing more in life than them.
Okay.
So I love them. I've worked hard to raise them.
Yes.
Doing it on my own was not easy, but having them come along with me has been the joy of my life.
I love that.
So when I graduated from dental school, I took my kids across the stage with me. My daughter was 2, and my son was, they're 16 months apart, so he was a year.
He's a dentist too?
No, my son is a pilot for the Air Force.
Wow.
And my daughter's a physician.
Wow.
So, no, they didn't follow me in dentistry.
Okay.
Can you believe?
No,
I can't either.
It's because they wasn't walking at 12 years old to the dentist's office. Okay.
I tried to get them to take the bus to the dental office. They told me no. My daughter was like, no. And my son looked at me like, I'm not doing that. She's older than he is. Yeah. And I was like, oh, my God.
I swear. Yeah. I swear. But what is your next thing you would like to accomplish?
I would like to be very successful with the Dental Leadership Academy.
Okay.
I really want to grow and teach others how to not only enjoy work, but is a better way to do it. We don't have to struggle. We don't have to do it ourselves. We just need to have the people skills to be able to lead others to follow.
I love that.
So, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Dr. Berry, thank you so much for coming on the show. Not tuning in. People are going to tune in with you. But thank you so much for coming on. Is there anything else that you would like to share with the viewers about your leadership program or even Berry Good Dental?
Sure. So with the Berry Good Dental office, I think that we are definitely scaling the company and we're growing like leaps and bounds, but what's more important to me is maintaining the quality. So I constantly having training sessions for my staff, so as we grow, we're growing together. I like that.
That sounds like a commercial.
As far as the Dental Leadership Academy, I think that anyone that's interested in making sure that they have somebody to help them understand what the business is doing, we have that ability to look on top of the business and look down, and we can look at fragment pieces, we can look at it as a whole. But we can understand where the leaks are. We can see where the problems are. Because you're in it, it's harder for you to see it. For me, it's not so hard because I'm not emotionally involved. So I can give you the best benefit that you can have in regards to training, giving you the leadership support that you need to really fly.
I love that.
It's like taking off on the side of the mountain and growing wings as you fly. I like it. Because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to grow my wings.
I'm going to need you to write that down to me. That was good. I love that.
Well, thank
you so much for coming on to the show with us
today. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. You guys, we will be posting all of Dr. Berry's stuff on our social media, on our Facebook and Instagram page. Stay tuned for our next guest. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Zina Berry, and words that I like to live by are the future of what we're trying to do in life is boundless. I live by the fact that I want to make sure every day counts, and I make sure that the things that I'm doing for anyone is a product of what I feel as though it's going to be great.